name, baby?
My name's Jessica.
Jessica, where you calling me from?
Mobile, Alabama.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. And what you do for a living?
I'm actually a principal at a school.
Principal, okay. You have any children?
I do have one. She's 7.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
I have not.
Okay. And so we got Jessica. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I need somebody that's going to provide, that is well-rounded and, everything around the house. I don't want to have to call nobody if, I got a leak, if I need my yard fixed. I just need somebody well-rounded and providing all things, and that's a follower of Jesus Christ as well.
Okay. What's your deal breakers?
Oh, I can't take no mama boys.
No mama boys?
Mm-mm. No Trump supporters. And that's all I can think of at the moment.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
I feel like I'm over the stage of the way that people look. I'm kind of gearing towards, I like them a little ugly now.
You like them look ugly?
A little ugly. I don't need everybody looking at them.
They call that medium ugly.
Medium ugly, that's it.
But what if the man don't want an ugly woman? I'm just saying. Even if he's what they will say medium ugly, what if he look at her and say he don't want ugly? Period. You got to be careful what you put out there and what you say. Just saying. Let's continue.
Medium ugly. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes. I need at minimum 6 figures.
So minimum 100K in Mobile, Alabama. That's like a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 figures. So if he made 75K, you couldn't mess with him?
No.
Ooh.
I provide a pretty luxurious lifestyle for myself and my child. So anybody coming in matching or below me, it's just not going to work.
And you got a child, girl. When I say delusional, when I say delulu, it's delulu. And they keep coming.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
But if he had 75, that would be 75K in addition to what you already have.
Right.
So wouldn't that be an increase? Or you're saying you want to meet a man and you don't want to pay no more bills ever again?
The latter. Meet a man, I ain't trying to pay no more.
Was that the dynamic you have with your son's father?
No. I don't feel like that doesn't count though.
How does it not count? You have a whole child by that man.
It doesn't count. Let me
say this. Okay, let me say this to you. Maybe to you it doesn't count, but it will count to men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no
so
man.
I think women, you gotta understand the male's perspective.
Baby, these big head chicks be tripping. There ain't no man gonna want to deal with you, girl. There ain't nobody dealing with that. It didn't matter with the baby. That's how it go though. At least they're being honest. A man who makes money, he want an attractive woman. You know what I mean? As much as I'm talking all that, like, oh well, get you somebody with men want attractive women. I get it. It could be to their detriment sometimes, but I get it. But they certainly ain't. You got the pick of the litter, and if you had the options, I'm just saying, if you got 10 women in front of you, and they want to be with you, and you could pick one out of that 10, you're gonna try to go for the most attractive one that's there, the one that you like, fit, feminine, cute, cute face, everything, good body. Y'all gonna try to go for the best that you, just like women try to go for the best. You're not gonna go pick a big forehead, big girl who looking suspect, looking like with a child. You're not gonna pick nobody with children and fat and just questionable, facially. Like you're not. And then she got all these high requirements. 6 figures, and I need you to come and take care of me fully. Even though the men that I gave babies to, there was no requirement for them. They didn't have to make nothing, but you have to. Well, I mean, most men ain't gonna want to come in and take care of a woman who they're not attracted to. You gonna get the best looking, best overall that you can pick, preferably with no kids. Child, I don't know. I say delusional. Let's continue.
So what you're telling me is and not saying that it's not going to happen, but here's the ask. If a man doesn't make more than you, he's out, right? So if there's a man that doesn't make six figures, you won't even give him an opportunity, period. Now, but you had a whole child by a man who didn't make six figures, and now you want a six-figure man to take care of you and your child. So you got to understand the male's mind and how he may say, well, how is that fair? Like, I have to take care of you and your kid, and I make this amount of money, which I have to work to make this amount of money. That doesn't matter to you?
I don't feel like I'm asking somebody on the first date to bring a W-2 to the table. So I wouldn't
No,
say like
you're not, but you're just telling me right now, if a man didn't make six figures, don't even reach out to you. So at the door, you're not giving a man a shot if he doesn't make more than 100K.
Right.
And I think, and I'm not saying that you won't get this man, but you already X'd out men who basically, your baby daddy couldn't even meet those requirements, and he got a baby out of it.
Oops, I'm glad you were holding up to the fire.
We live and learn, but I see what you're saying.
Right.
Ooh, child, you the principal too. Let's keep going. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
I'm in my jammies because it's nighttime.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh my God.
Jessica, what's the age range you would date? You're 30.
I would have to say 35 to 55.
Okay. 35 to 55. Could he have kids already?
I prefer not, but one at max.
One at max? Boy, you prefer a man with no kids too?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You gotta make 100K,
Girl.
provide for you and your 7-year-olds, and he should also not have kids.
Correct.
Why would that man do that?
I just feel like the person next to me is going to provide for me and my child, and it's going to be about us as a unit and not anything outside of that.
Well, yeah, that was the child's father's job to do that.
Exactly.
That was the deal you're supposed to make with him. So now you're asking a man who never had a kid to make that deal with you, and you're saying if he had a kid, you wouldn't even do in return.
Preference wise, I wouldn't want nobody that had a child. I mean, if they got a child, okay. But preference wise, perfect, ideal, I wouldn't want nobody that had a child.
Can you explain to me why you don't want a man with a child?
I feel like that would come with too much drama.
So you wouldn't date yourself?
No.
Oh, child.
Well, at least there you have it.
Yeah. Well, but you expect men to date you? You just could cancel Christmas, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Cancel Christmas. Hey, you wouldn't even date you, so why would anybody else want to date you? I'm just saying. That wasn't a good pitch or a good sale or anything. You just cancel Christmas. You just told men what they needed to hear, which they already wasn't probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it really ain't the type of man you looking for. It wasn't really checking anyway. That's just my opinion. But you really just fumbled whatever you was trying to push by saying you wouldn't even date yourself. So if you don't want to date yourself, you see something wrong with it. So what you think? You think these men gonna come and date you? No. Let's continue.
How do you expect somebody to accept something that you would not accept?
Just because I am in the predicament that I am in right now, where I have a child, where the father has not done what they're supposed to do, allegedly, then that doesn't mean that I can't aspire to have the perfect fairy tale life.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So you want to live in fairy tale? Okay.
No, there's no goddamn fairy tale life. You too old for that. Like this tells you all you need to know. And any man watching like fairy tale life, you got to be out your goddamn mind. Are you tripping? You a grown ass lady. You talking about a fairy tale life? There ain't no fairy tale. How is that a fairy tale life? You already got a child. Usually in the fairy tales, what do? They get married. Nobody's already had a child, right? In the fairy tales, if we look at the fairy tales, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, what's the other one? All these things, the women didn't have children already, did they? No. They get with the prince and she become the princess. They come together and then they have children. That's not even a fairy tale. You can't even start right because you already got a kid by another man. The prince ain't taking on somebody else's kid. He gotta start his own legacy and build his own family. He ain't going. The prince don't go after single baby mamas. Come on, that don't even add up.
Have you ever dated the man you described?
I have.
What happened with him?
I wasn't ready.
You met a man. Okay, he made six figures.
Mm-hmm.
He had no kids.
Correct.
He wanted to be with you and not have sex until marriage.
Correct.
When did you meet this man?
That was about 4 years ago.
You said you've been abstinent for 2 years.
Right.
So 4 years ago you wasn't abstinent.
Right.
So why did you say yes when I said he would be willing to wait for sex? That wasn't your rule then.
That wasn't the same person. You in my business. The math ain't mathing.
No, your math's not mathing. You told
I
me.
know. I just said you in my business. Next question.
I'm in your business because we're trying to. Listen, the truth is easy to tell.
Girl, not
So
now.
you said that you met
the real person that's coming out. Look at her face. She mad and she got an attitude. Oh my God! I told you, just let him keep talking. You gonna see the real deal real quick. Let's continue.
Man, and your 3 requirements was make at least 6 figures, no kids, and no sex until you get married. We said, have you ever met this man? You said yes. You said 4 years ago, but you only been celibate for 2 years. So that third requirement wasn't even there 4 years ago, according to what you told us.
Correct, because the person that I was 4 years ago and the person that I was 2 years ago are not the same one.
Right. So therefore, the answer is you never met a man that was willing to do all 3. If you're going back to that man,
I never had sex with that man.
How long did you date that man?
For about 1.5 years.
So you dated a man for 1.5 years and never had sex with him.
Correct.
Why did you date him for 1 year? So, okay, you didn't have sex because you didn't like him?
I wouldn't say it wasn't because I didn't like him. I was just trying to see what else was there besides a physical connection.
Girl, for a year and a half.
4 years ago, you didn't have sex with him, but you had sex with somebody else because you said your celibacy just began 2 years ago. So as you was dating him, you was sleeping with somebody else?
Correct, because it's called dating. We weren't in a relationship.
Yeah, because you didn't like him. This is what it comes down to. So the man that he was, I don't know what he left,
my God,
but he made 6 figures.
Look at her.
Right? You're telling you.
Right.
I'm going for what you told me.
She pissed. She mad that Kendra's going deep. But I like when Kendra go deep like this. This is an older one, but I like when she really start breaking it down because they can't stand it.
No, he made 6 figures. You're saying yes, and he had no kids.
Correct.
And while he was dating you for 1.5 years, you were sleeping with another person.
Yes.
Look at her face.
So the person you were sleeping with, did he not make 6 figures?
That's irrelevant.
It is. No, it's not. Because the point of the matter is we're about to prove that you will have sex with a man that doesn't make 6 figures. You will have a baby by a man who doesn't make 6 figures. But now you got these other requirements of a man that you've never met. So that guy must have didn't make 6 figures that you were sleeping with while the 6-figure guy was dating you.
But it's called dating. You can't talk to most people while you're dating.
But I want you to understand the first of the question is this: you lied. You never met a man that had all those 3 that wanted to.
Look
That's
at
a lie.
How is that a lie?
Because you haven't described. You just said this man you was dating. Of course, he had 6 figures, whatever. But you didn't like that guy because you were sleeping with somebody else. So if this guy had all these things that you had, you didn't like him, so you didn't want to have sex with him. So you went to have sex with a guy who did not make 6 figures.
Okay.
Or tell me if I'm wrong. Did the guy you were sleeping with?
You are wrong. Two. I feel like two.
So
things.
the guy that you were sleeping with made 6 figures.
2 things can be true at the same time.
You just help me. I mean, you know,
the
guy that you was sleeping with while you was dating the guy you said that had all this stuff, did he make 6 figures?
Yeah.
Nope.
Why couldn't you be with him?
I didn't want to be with him. You can date and more than one thing can be done.
How come the first time you said it was irrelevant? Why'd you say it was irrelevant?
Because you said asking me the same question.
No, I wasn't. I was asking about the guy that was able to have sex with you while the other guy who dated you for 1.5 years couldn't.
She got caught in her lies. They be lying. A lot of them ladies.
What's the address?
Send it over, Kendra.
What is the address, girl?
Girl, yeah, she was a hot mess. But you know, a lot of them are hot messes, but they don't want to accept the fact that they are. Like, you know, we men supposed to look at women as princesses and queens and, you know, the prize and the best thing since sliced bread. And you're not supposed to look at their flaws. You're not supposed to take them, you know, look at the delusional aspect of them. You're just supposed to take them as they are, as they would say. What's the saying? If you can't accept me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. But you won't accept the man at his worst. You want him at his best all the time. He has to be at his best on day one. He got to be at his best to the end. So why would you want a man to accept you at your worst? And if not, he don't deserve you at your best. Now, does that apply to the men? Should you be willing to accept the man at his worst? Are you going to take a man that don't have a job, but he's working on getting one, but he likes you and he want to be with you? Are you going to take him at his worst? You going to let him have a place to stay? You going to let him come live with you till he get a job and start paying bills? That's his worst. You're not going to take him at his worst.